Today's video is about how you as a veteran can make sure that you're not getting overcharged for a VA loan. There are a lot of lenders out there that are in business to take advantage of the fact that you are going to go to any lender that is VA branded with no questions and sign your name on that dotted line, and essentially you are overpaying by thousands of dollars. So let's talk about what it is that you can look for to make sure that doesn't happen to you. For those of you that are new here, my name is Hector Campirano. I'm a mortgage broker based in San Antonio, Texas. And the goal of this channel is to educate you on home ownership in the least amount of time. No frills, no fillers. Let's get into it and let's talk about how you can make sure you get the best deal on your VA loan. So what typically happens whenever you're searching for a home loan is you're going to ask one very important question, but you're going to leave out a couple of missing pieces, right? So you're going to go to your lender, you're going to ask them, hey, lender, what is my rate for my VA loan? And they're going to say something like, oh, your rate's going to be 6%. And the going rate might be something like 7. So you're thinking to yourself, man, I'm getting a 6%. This lender's great. They're giving me a great deal. And they might be, but 9 times out of 10, they're probably not. And let me tell you why. So what many lenders are doing is they're trying to reel you in. They're trying to reel you in with a nice looking rate. They want you to work with them. If you didn't know already, lenders and realtors, they work on a commission basis. This means that if we don't close your loan, we don't get paid. So the more people they have coming in and signing the closing documents, the more money they make. But this can resort to lenders doing some shady things. They're going to give you a rate that sounds really good, but when it comes down to it, they're going to switch it on you and they're going to charge you an insane amount, or they might even just switch the rate altogether to something that you weren't even expecting. So let's go back to that example of you getting a 6% interest rate. It sounds great, but what you need to ask is, what is the origination charge? Are there discount points? Are there underwriting fees? Are there processing fees? And are there any other made up fees? Because I've seen that happen too. All mortgage companies have their own sets of fees, and usually these are dictated by the company's overhead to operate their business. So for example, there might be a company that has a heavy marketing plan, and a lot of these lenders that promote the VA very much, you see them on TV all the time, they usually have heavy expenses, which usually translates to heavier rates, right? It's going to cost you a lot of money to work with these companies, but they're so good at marketing that a lot of veterans just go to these companies and don't even check to make sure they're getting a good deal. While there are companies like myself where we're not in the media, we're not promoting ourselves so much, and you wouldn't even know we do VA loans, but we're honestly so much better priced than this other company that everyone knows about. And that's the purpose of this video, is if you're out there and you're shopping with a big name lender or just a bank that maybe you're not too familiar with, you always want to check with a mortgage broker like myself, because we are in the business of saving people money. So I'll give you an example. So that 6% rate, one lender might be charging you $10,000 to lock in that rate. While when you go to a company like myself, that might be my base rate. So you need to understand that just because we can all give you a 6% rate, it's not going to come at that same total cost. You need to really analyze what is built into that 6% rate, because if you're not asking the right questions, if you're not working with the right lenders, that could be costing you a ton of money. And I see this way too often. I read a stat that the VA loan is one of the most overcharged loans in the nation. So please make sure that you are getting a good deal. If you're not sure, my number is in the description of this video. It is 210-722-0122. That is my personal cell. So send me a text, give me a call. If I can't help you, I'll find somebody that can. I mainly work in Texas, but my team is, as I mentioned, in 49 states. And we would love to help you and make sure that you're on the right path to getting a great deal. I'm going to wrap up with one last thing. There are lenders out there that are going to quote you a rate and just pray that you don't ask about what the cost is. And there are lenders like myself that are going to give you a rate, and we're going to give you the fees that go along with it, because we're disclosing everything because we want to make sure that the experience is one that is enjoyable and also one that is going to save you money. We're not in business to make money off you. There are some lenders out there that are going to try to do everything they can to basically make sure you're clueless as to what you're getting yourself into just so they can make a dollar. Okay. I'm not trying to generalize that every lender out there is bad, because we're not. There's a lot of great lenders out there that I know personally, but just as many as there are that are good, there are those are that are just here to make money, you know. And unfortunately, that comes at the cost of your pocketbook. So, as I mentioned earlier, if you have any questions, click the link below, send me a text. We're here to help. I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, again, 210 722 0122. I'll talk to you guys soon.